Hello everyone, Pacer Rail Fanning here. We're here at the King Road River crossing here in Trenton, Michigan to a remaster edition. This crossing was filmed back in March 2008 by Rich Owens and a few other rail fanners. So we're here to give you a tour of the King Road crossing. So let's get started. For the first signal, we have a Harmon cantilever. And here's the emergency information, the dot number for the CN Flat Rock sub. The dot number is 258-107T, stop on red signal sign. I don't think there's an older Grand Trunk Western dot tag on this cantilever, I don't believe so. And for the primary lights, we got one pair of Safetran 12x24-inch dilate LEDs for the front lights. And for the back lights, we got 12x24-inch Safetran incandescent lights sitting on a Harmon light bulb. Replaced some 8-inch lights in the past in the early 2000s, I believe. And for the overhead lights, we got two pairs of the Safetran 12x24-inch dilate LEDs sitting on a Harmon light bracket, I believe. Yep. And for the bell, we have a Siemens low-pitch electronic bell replacing a General Singles Type 2 bell in the past. And for the gate mechanism base, we have a Siemens base. We have a refurbished Safetran gate mechanism with Rico LED gate lights and a wing guard, which replaced a Waco gate mechanism sometime in 2018 or 19, I believe. I don't know. Here is the Flat Rock sub relay case. Back in November 2022, 313 rail fan was here when the crossing lost AC power. The CN Flat Rock sub, the Conrail Detroit line were running off the emergency batteries, while the CN Shoreline was running off the emergency generator. So there is power today at King Road. All the AC power lights are on. So yeah. So now let's move on to signal number 2, which is the Conrail Detroit line, which is a Safetran base. And here's the emergency information. The dot number with the newest dot tag variant. The dot number is 916038E. Stop on red signal sign. And for the lights, we got two pairs of Safetran 12x24-inch dilate LEDs, replacing some 12x20-inch incandescent lights in the late 2010s, and on a Safetran light. And for the bell, we have a General Singles Type 3 electronic, replacing a General Singles Type 2 bell in the past. Oh, now I'll move quick because this is a very busy. This road can get very busy sometimes. So yeah. Now we're going to move on to signal number 3, which has another Safetran base. Oh, you can definitely see that base is definitely corroded. And here is the sticker tag, no blue tag, because it's an inner signal. And for the lights, we got two pairs of Safetran 12x24-inch dilate LEDs sitting on a Safetran. And for the bell, we have a General Singles Type 2 electronic bell with, you can see the PVC shell, and the paint is pretty much gone on that. So yeah. Now we're going to move on to the CN Shoreline signal, which is the major change from the last tour video I did back in April 2023. You'll see why here in a second. For this signal, we have a Siemens base, and here's the emergency information. The dot number for the CN Shoreline, the dot number is 867581W. And for the lights, we got two pairs of Safetran 12x24 GE uniform LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket. And for the bell, we have a Western Colonnades Type 4 electronic bell, replacing a Safetran Type 3 low-tone electronic bell. Before that, it was a General Singles Type 1 bell in the past. Back in April 2024, the old CN Shoreline mass signal was knocked down and destroyed, and CN had to replace it with this current signal that is here. So the old signal was pretty much knocked down and destroyed. So yeah. Now we're gonna move on. Now we're gonna move on to the CN Shoreline. Now we're gonna move on to the CN Shoreline gated cantilever. Which is signal right here. This has another Harmon cantilever, and here's the emergency information once again for the CN Shoreline. And And for the mask lights, we got 2 pairs of Safetran 12x24" dilate LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket. Yup. And for the overhead lights, we got 2 pairs of Safetran 12x24" dilate LEDs sitting on a Safetran light bracket, Harman light bracket, correction. And for the bell, we have a Siemens low-pitch electronic bell. One thing worth mentioning, the low-pitch Siemens bell rings until the gate starts to go up. You'll typically find this bell wiring on the CN Flint sub and the CN Holly sub. And some of the signals in this area does have the bell shut off when the gate starts to go up. So. And for the gate mechanism base, we have a Harman base. We have a Ventsi's rail gate mechanism replacing a Safetran gate mechanism in the past, and a Harman gate mechanism before the Safetran gate mechanism, I believe. This also features Rico LED gate lights and a wind guard. And one thing worth mentioning about the CN Shoreline, the secondary lights here at King Road are wired incorrectly, just like the 2018 installs with Wyandotte and E-cores. The secondary lights, they'll stay on until the gates go all the way up. That is technically incorrect. And here's the CN Shoreline relay case as well. Now we're going to move on to signal number 6, which has another Safetran base. And here's the emergency information once again. And for the lights, we got 2 pairs of Safetran 12x24" dilate LEDs sitting on a safe. And for the bell, we have a General Signals Type 3 electronic bell, replacing a General Signals Type 2 in the past, I believe. And here is the Conrail relay case. And one thing worth mentioning about the metal flashers here at King Road, they're also wired incorrectly, just like most of the crossings in this area, which does not surprise me and my fellow Downriver, Michigan rail fans. Now we're going to move on to signal number 7, which has another Safetran base. And no blue tag on the signal because it's an inner signal. And for the lights, we got 1/2 pairs of Safetran 12x24" dilate LED and a 1 12x20" dilate LED sitting on the Safetran. And for the bell, we have a General Signals Type 2 electronic bell. Pretty neat. Now we're going to move on to signal number 8, which is the CN flat rock mass signal, which has an older Safetran base. Here's the emergency information once again for the CN flat rock sub. We also have an older dot tag there. And for the lights, we've got 2 pairs of Western Coal and Hayes 12x20" Safetran incandescent lights sitting on a Harman light bracket. And for the bell, we have a Safetran Type 3 low-tone electronic bell, replacing a General Signals Type 1 bell in the late 2000s. So, yeah, that is your tour remaster edition of the King Road crossing here in Trenton, Michigan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more rail fanning videos, so stay tuned, guys.